No?
Uh, but I can hear you. Is the meeting going on?
Sorry, I'm trying,
Oh no, yeah, we can't hear anything.
so, let me check that now. Let's see. Just put the comment through. So this is that all of the yeah. Is there any other comment that you'd like to make at this time? Ms. Johnson, just a bit. Comments, right? Test, test. It's working.
Are you able to hear me?
I don't think he's able to hear us, huh?
I heard something, but I don't hear anything going on right now.
Yes.
Yeah, every now and then I'll hear some sound, but then it just dies. And it's garbled. Yeah, I just heard something, but I couldn't make it out. Oh, the only thing that I wanted to add was that I'm a Scoutmaster of Troop 940 in Middleton, and my son Anton is planning on working on an Eagle Scout project. And we contacted the Ice Age Trail Alliance, and they said that tonight at this meeting there was going to be a project potentially approved to create some stairs on the Ice Age Trail, and we were just interested in seeing the outcome of that if that project gets approved, and just to show our commitment and interest to getting that work done.
That's actually do not have the agenda for this evening. I would recommend a discussion with the committee prior to um, the April meeting.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't understand anything that's being said. Okay, well, I guess if the Ice Age Trail thing is not on the agenda tonight, then we will attempt to join back again in April. Thanks for letting us know, and we will see you next month.
So that I can hear them. I would really listen to them else usually. I don't hear everything. So I'm trying to with the Parks and Open Space Plan was just like um, programs, like every program manufacturer on the program two times at least. That was 3 times. You didn't even put one in 4 times. So judgment was Chicago. Jack, are you able to hear us?
Yeah, kind of. It's a little jumbled.
No, so jumbled. Jen? Something like that. See, it's only going better over. That's the way it's fun. Screwed up. It's not gonna work. That's it's ready. Let's see you guys throw down the trade season. But yeah, it's go long for you to get into a lot of the players next year is kind of bad. Let's have a So we're going to put in advertising along the merch and stuff. We have roughly that is we have certain information on advertising. So no matter what, when you add pages, you have to add four. So we're going to add four more pages of information just to add people's logos or put information. So not that we're not going to do it or we don't want to do it. It's just in itself is already a lot to take on. So now to be getting everybody's PNG files or JPEG files, making sure that they're all in there. Yeah, I didn't find it to be a huge problem. But yeah, that's all as looking for people to advertising because then we don't think instead of giving one page or 12 pages more, it doesn't matter. That's the cost. Second, pages are probably been like $2,000 more. And so we're going to make up that $2 million just in advertising. And that's quite a bit, but that's 10 over 10 businesses to advertising. So as many pages as we want to get into advertising. That's the one. No. First thing, Mark's we met with covering with I still had a KP phone a couple of weeks ago. I lived in Liverpool. I had been looking at this as well, village engineer. There's a lot of questions still up in the air regarding the project. It's not sure that the engineer for the trail, that they're not sure they want to do the road trail. So if they don't, what they're trying to figure out right now is can they do the trail only and not do anything with the road. Storm water was a huge concern based on there's not a lot of right of way on the north side or the south side of the road. So engineers are going to see if they can do something with the stormwater and the work that we can give them if they want to build that stuff to them. But if not, then we may have to do with the project. If we do the road with the project, that's with the county, in conjunction with the county. The big hang up right now is that the county wants when we found out that we got the grant money, so like, oh, grant money, we can use it for this, but we can't use it for the trail. But the county pays 50% of the project for the road project. But they want to send it off and give it to the village. And the village is more or less like, we don't want it. We don't want to take it because that's just normal road. Keep going. So over there now, it's still going forward, but there's obviously a lot of questions in there when we got stuff out of it. Our funding for the project, construction, and next year. So if the board decides not to do it, we'd have to do the grant money back for that project, which is pretty good best for the village. So yeah, we have the troops. That's how it's never been worked the whole thing. Yeah. So 10 calls asking them to pick the ball. That's would be up. This is a pretty spring, nice look at the spring. Next week looks pretty good. It's like get some snow. So we're going to take them down now, but so they will be up. We did find a number of issues on this. There's a clock. There's go by. It's just not on purpose. It's small. It's almost like one so things are really pretty close. It's ran out. So I had said to the guy doing the project, like, hey, this is like that's good. You get a cold scene there, you're gonna end up being not but it would everything up that I took out a lot of it. See the wire stone's gonna make the project later on. We have no issues. This isn't even really later on. The other side of it is we painted over the top of it. So we thought that was better, but there's obviously a lot of freezing down and so some asphalt like box sealer I call it. I don't know how to repair that stuff, but one of the guys at the shop says this could work for us if we need to. So we're going to try. Is now we need like some pretty warm temperatures to make sure it's all dried out, and then put it in and they have but come back and just to get it. That's an issue. Everyone like around one of the nets, it looks like a perfect square, which I don't understand. It's like there were maybe concrete there in the past or something that just kind of broke up and then spun it anymore. So in general, I mean, it's still look the core aspect of it. It's just it's there. Yes, taking all the wood chips out. The plan within this area is the north side of the playground, so that side of there's a running there. Just mediocre rainfalls. The wood chips all wash out at the back. So especially under the swings and through other areas. So we're trying to do it, maybe there's some locust or something inside the band just to really shoot that water around it, and then maybe do a swale on the other side so that it gives the water something to go. It's kind of a quick fix, something we would have engineering, but there have to be some type of engineering done in the future if it continues to get worse. So maybe more development and less tree coverage in some of those areas, or a lot of that ash down in others, you end up with some more water running down the hillside. So that's landscape only something some sort of future. Recreation basketball wrapped up. Had a great season overall. More than the points, which was the first in quite some time. It was a season. I think it was a first there. One of the teams had won confident. They won the tournament. That was a fifth grade girls. Oh, listen, it's a fifth and sixth grade team. So that's good. Our team, in the last second shot, literally like 2 seconds left, she threw it up and it went in. Just pretty cool to see. It's got stars to get it. For sure, it was real cool. So yeah, that's all wrapped up. After school is going well. We have right now we have 13 kids signed up. It's kind of an like noticed that we lost a few kids and added a couple. A lot of people are asking for 2-day offerings rather than the 3 or 5. So we're making some exceptions, just knowing that we have some open days. We don't necessarily want that to be the norm, just because it's really hard to plan for staffing and other things in that regard. But in general, people are looking for the park school. No, there's this kind of situation. I don't know if a lot of parents are still working from home, so they don't need as much care. Those those after programs to be fair. When we started this program, we started it because the kids service was full and we had like 50 kids on a wait list. COVID hit and then everything kind of changed a little bit, but we've not been pretty still hitting numbers that we had budget. It's just we're not getting that 25 to 30 kids like we were at when we first started. So,
yes, the ways of investments.
Just because as of right now, we're just trying to help people. That's kind of why we're here. So, really, sunshine follow if that is an issue, and you can put that towards your somebody for like a month, so it doesn't help them. Saying the issue from Pope is that I don't know if there was a message. So all of our kids currently come from Park and they come out on one bus, which is really nice. But as long as we get the buffering information into the school district before the school year starts, it will be really good. So, really good. Yeah. For sure. So, the district or so. I mean, obviously, if our program were football, that could be an issue, but with I'd say like more capacity for 10 to 12 kids, so it doesn't really be an issue. The one thing that's nice about having 13 or 14 is that we have two staff members, especially for the start, at 3 o'clock, that are there. Whereas like we're waiting for high school staff to get here and tell them to be on or two with 25 kids. But you guys, it's just nice to have, especially if they're walking to, the park, any park, or walking to a trail. Actually doing a lot of that stuff too. So it's nice to be able to, do that with the members that we let's see. First, since the residents, we both taking it up early for use of baseball and softball, and for like five day. It's kind of we don't have a maximum number on, or we can administer outside of it. So, a lot of stuff for Middleton and the Black Earth. The communities are going to be a big 10 kind of group, so we're trying to get schedules out and get teams practicing. Last Saturday, we had the first kind of staff training day for staff that we were training and staff that we currently have. Staff and staff. Yeah, so our goal is to kind of merge our staffing a little bit better, so that they all understand policies and the procedures that we're all kind of putting in. I thought it was a good way to have our young staff really see what the pool staff will be doing, or how they would towards them, because they're all going there like once or twice a week now too for their camp. So just kind of get them to know each other a little bit better, have some better camaraderie. So that was first one this last Saturday. We had a couple more of them planned, and our goal is to kind of do that, kind of bring them together and do things to know each other a little bit better. They have not contacted me yet, but I did find out that they have to do some new engineering to make sure that it's efficient within the facility. So we're going to hit that metric, and we're going to have to do that because our early pump doesn't make anymore. So the standards have changed. We have DNOs, which is very frequency drive. So when the spring pump is running, if we had a valve on it, we could turn that valve to be running at a higher capacity for turnover, so we could make our turnover rate less. We want to keep it at 2 parts per million. We could slow the pump down, which then obviously decrease the amount of energy we're using to do that. We're going to do that just because we're open 3 minutes out of the year, so we're hard to pay for that over it's about 30 years, and we should not even be working anymore about it when we do that. But that's something we'll look at in the new facility for sure. It's a lot easier to do when you're building a facility than regularly into something like that. As we talked, we are doing staff in spring break, and they should have contacted hopefully by this week was kind of our goal. So hopefully it's found out. We're familiar with employee last year, and we were 4 years prior. We just have to fill out this questionnaire, and as long as you had a positive but if you had a positive evaluation of the form, as if you're coming back to be a new position. So if you're in a management position, you're a lifeguard prior, then you do go through. But if this is interview, it's just your highway with CME staff trainings. So yeah. So normally you will see the facility use agreement with the standards for those continuously. They do have some changes that they may want now with some stroke clinics. I heard maybe coming back again Wednesday.
Stroke clinics.
Yeah. That's the thing that kind of hung up on them in the last about the fair use agreement, and notice some that it's part of the schedule of them something to worry about that. The other president from the two of it, and he's got still putting the powers that open it public. But it shouldn't. That's what I mean. Like, I just don't know when they want to do them. Do you want to do them for when they were incidents? Thursdays when all water leaks, so that way. Let's see. Oops. Yeah, I'm as well. And then we had a good conversation in that first. See, and then usually they ask for it, we put on the agreement and we guys out to discuss further. We had any big changes there was I thought we were done community so as I'm saying, as well, but just for people Thursdays again. So Charter 5K, so you can get signed up now. Drought trial is happening as well. The 15th is a deadline to make sure we get a t-shirt. So it's not time. That's it. I think that's everything I wanted to. Same. Yep. All right, so rescue type proposals all came in. Technically, we received 4 proposals. We only did receive 3 by the time that they were supposed to be done. I accept the 4th proposal, which is from Miracle, only because they dropped it off in my office when I wasn't here. But I was gone on Tuesday. They were also supposed to be on Wednesday before, and she was going to make it over in town. So I was like, that's fine as long as we get it over tonight. But then it didn't come a few days later. But this year it is in our proposals. Technically, RFPs allow you to not accept them if they come in after the date. I have a good relationship with Miracle. They're one of the ones that put together with a virtual battery part. So we do get a lot of maintenance still coming. And I, that's the Peter, so feel free to look through it and make your decisions still with those included in that. Saying no to that, I would say all of them provide you discounts that market price, right? If I went online and looked at any of this equipment, it would be much higher probably than what they showed us. Everybody tries to meet. So what I did within the proposals was saying, like, initially, because I came and met with them, they met me on site, and that's kind of how I come up with what the proposals is. So when we met with them, I was like, I have 50,000, like for the entire project, and I was like, yeah, okay. The biggest thing is, and you're going to notice this, What we came up with was, why don't you provide me with the play structure, like how much, as much equipment you can for $50,000, and then after that, put in a price that would take you to install. And I did that was because equipment in itself doesn't go far enough. That if we were to have done the install price in with this, we would have a quarter of the equipment we can help with. And that's what I noticed through all the proposals. So the installation cost is roughly from $16,000 to $20,000. So $50. That's, like I said, that's not really this much. So the this was for you all to pick what the equipment or pick the equipment that you really like and really feel you should go with, and move that out of the road build with that equipment, and then replenish additional funds for the installation. So, on installation, I also tried to do the supervised installation. I did the engineered wood fiber chips and the swing all as addendums, so that we could cross those out if we decided we didn't do it. Or, we could cross it out at least initially to tell them, like, hey, we're not going to do that until the roads are able to give us more money. That's good. Let's say all forever and that the standards that we all discussed and kind of went through, looking at the base structure itself, the plate panels. I really wanted this to kind of incorporate other things. I was looking for when I came up with this, and that's why I was able to do it. But like, they have this really cool tool set that like shows kids how to use a wrench or how to use a screwdriver on the other side. So it's kind of a cool thing to interact, how that kids can use to interact with things. Lots of I do include the spinning of some sort, some type of spinning apparatus inside all of them. And the other one was, what can you give us for equipment? Just use the so they all have sides. They need the metrics and the needs for kind of 2 to 5, but also the 5 and under is what the NFP is really calling for. One that was able to meet our supervised install was on this plan. It was give a supervised install for the miracle equipment at Glacier Valley, and it was a huge headache. Vendor was looking in mind, pretty much taking months rather than days. But then and then so then this is something else to go through other manual and put it together. Which took us literally 31 days. That's a huge thing. We got the supervised install at Cedar Glen as well. Was which is right off of the drive. They're all good installs with crews. There's more stuff to come. Structures is pretty much every single one of my programs in the Glacier Valley and Cedar Glen. So same company. this one.
These
Yeah. This one right here is my favorite out of them, just because I feel like it incorporates everything that we requested. And it has this 808 like stairs, which isn't stairs. They sit on their butt and they can scoot up. Like rubber, they're able to scoot up. So I was like, well, that's really cool, even for like little kids. Just I also looking at the price on them. That was $70,000 program. So yeah, but if I look that up, it's 68,000 something, and that's discounted. So I don't know how they're actually provided that. The thing that I like this time is that when I was working, information goes to see it. So this is so
two.
some of them that are really see it. Yeah, that either. It's just
You know, so, so
it's like 5 feet.
oh,
It's 64 inches. I went to John Kennedy time, so to try and do what's best at the time. I don't really, what's coming in for that in the future. There's other clothes or anything, but it seems to be probably the most bang for the buck too. First showed me, I was like, wait. Yeah, it's like, this is 50,000, and I believe that's the one we're looking at. Trying that I did for balance and stuff. That's cool. So don't know. Like you said, I'd like to see more, but then or like more spinners or something else added. But I really like the spinner on the purple one.
That's not the make up a new one. I don't know this stuff fun.
Yeah, you really good. That may be something we have to start getting into a little bit more. With playgrounds getting more expensive, if you're like, when will we do this? And next year we find we do some staff would do, right? Absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was kind of looking up here. So the oil spinner, so that one is 1501. I think I'm going to throw it out. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That spinner is 3,613. So the other one, so there is a spinner on that one as well. There's sitting in it. Yeah, they're sitting in it, and that one is 1276. So they kind of changed. It looks like they changed some, like they took those steps away on the monkey ball kind of things. They took those away on they were able to handle that spinning. So, you see what I mean? Yeah. We did really good. That was probably one I didn't like the most. I just feel like it's just everything we always had. I would like that. I like the church as well. At least the slide is, sort of twist to it, and it's got some cool and hanging things in there as well. I just don't feel, yeah, it helps, right?
Yeah.
It helps seeing them kind of do it. I would prefer you to. So we technically have, it says on here 20 days. I told them like I'm going to need more than that before. And the other, I think program manufacturers are good right now. These costs are going to be tariffs coming in, and some of them. The nice thing about IMO, for instance, the both one is that this was on like their discount. So I'm guessing they have a lot of this. It's at their plant in Canada, and that's why it's price it is. Um, but yeah, it is. Yeah, so recreation is local. They're out of Cambridge. Burke is the largest manufacturer. So Burke is they manufacture the playgrounds and resells them. Okay. Burke is the largest manufacturer in the world, and they have one of their headquarters in Fond du Lac, which is really cool to be able to tour and kind of look at that. So, changing their stuff around. They just don't. They tend to keep a lot of the same speakers for very long. It's like that's trying to. Cool. Think about this one with first night out of the airplanes. And it's really going to be the guy is going to be the spinner. Right? Yeah, it's like $2 a year. That's that tire sticking up. Stupid. Which isn't like it's not a huge thing because this is a neighborhood playground again. But still, I think this is like what we could really be starting to try and venture towards. I think the other part could be another thing that companies related but it's spending putting some serious money into um, $17,528 additional funding. But we would need additional funding for all. I did ask them about a program for supervised install. For this, they would not want it. They wouldn't want to do it for them. We said that one thing they could do is probably bring in a program for some of the people if they needed it. But outside of that, they would not recommend a supervised install of the entire unit. So it's easy. So I never do it again. I'll never sit in there telling me I'm going to do this again. Bigger than that, but it's still so village staff will take care of all of, so we're taking everything out next week. Going to take out all the wood chips next week. A lot of the area on it. The boilers out as well. And then the new boilers, which will be the plastic and the things that for the last 5 there, which I have to ask them to give me the boiler as well. Because right now we're putting in wood chips. It was a pain in the butt. I did it last year and you ended up driving over because you can't quite get the tone. So you have to always go on the left side so that the spinner can spin the chips out to the side. So I'm trying to get in all these really tight corners with the curve and factors. So the goal was to kind of square all these off. And then above it, put in a berm or put in something that we can kind of steer that. We have to make a pretty tall berm, but I think 2 feet at most. To just gaping in the fire and just how much storm water's coming off there. We do this for loneliness. Sometimes we do the location fastest. Two picnic tables and a call. That and 2 picnic tables. We do have 2 benches already there that we could reinstall. We added a bunch of like elderberry purples and things kind of around the edges there. And right now there are 2 very mature, not exactly sure what they are, like this maybe, that are along the edges, so there's some good shade already still there. But we could look to add some memorial tree, like as a local possible location in the future, as we're running out of place down in Zambia as well. So could be added or just add another tree additions here this year like we did on the Glacier Ridge. In addition to approve the bird preparation. Recommend, yeah. Action and hospital action, and your action would be the recommend recreation. Option one. I can't see that. Option one. You can do which would be playground installation, providing the village board is able to provide funding or additional funding for the project. Does that make sense? So this is your addendums. Addendum A, B, C. So we're going to maybe approve addendum A. But you can't hear us anyways.
I'm still trying to find it with them.
So which would include items 1 through 5. Then A, installation. $17,520. C, we came in, we came in with $17,000 more. So then I would do now is staff and service. Staff will work at getting wood chips and additional amenities as the budget allows. So wood chips, what I would do is most likely end up having to take out of my this year, which is okay because I can get it a lot cheaper than $27 a cubic yard. So. One through five. That's good. Shoot, if anything, if they don't pay, you have to go around. Yeah. In the future, other spawns or other features could be added in the future. Yeah. Well, you should know it's like a little film discussion. So, yeah. So actually going the moon, see value development. Alright, so I can put information in there. So that's contacted by Tim Nelson to the board to the park near that senior value development after the family. The shop, this line that was sort of developing. Then the band and related to this for this development. And as for that hasn't been done yet, and so she's requesting that the policy in place. You guys all read together. There's information in the letter regarding emails and different information that she had back and forth with the developer prior to them signing it, saying that they wanted the park to be left alone. One of them never brought to the village board, or never brought to me for this document. So I don't even know if they would have approved it at that time, just knowing like most of the shops where the actual developers may have been a little bit different. But since they sold it to a developer, they kind of lose all of the profit for the I can already have a policy in place, so if I just only one agreement to the benefits of the committee for the staff. Yeah, so exhibit states in the qualifying names are A through G, and that's what we need to kind of determine tonight on whether or not this name is a geographic location of a space or facility, which we'll keep going. Telling the same feature of the space or facility. Three, or C is an adjoining subdivision, street, school, or natural feature. B is a commonly recognized historical event, group, organization, or individual, living or deceased. Is an individual organization that contributes significantly to the acquisition of development of the space or facility union. This can include either a deed or a substantial monetary contribution or contribution toward the acquisition or the development of the park and the facility, typically not less than 50% of the value of the park. Outstanding accomplishments by an individual for the community. Of the contribution to be considered along with the length of service by the individual is to be fully substantiated by the person making recommendation. And the chance of individual individual who provided exceptional service in the interest of the park system as a whole. Typically, while serving in public office, public officials should not be considered as a candidate for me. So with that,
The chief things,
I sent her this policy.
she picked them, she just felt like it. We have
I sent her this policy prior to her sending me an email because she had asked about, she had sent me an email saying, hey, can that part that? And I said, well, we have a policy. Here's the policy. If this is something that I want to put, then I need an email stating why and what significance it would brought to the village. As a staff, as I went through the policy, I'm with them. ACG doesn't set any of the interest in regards to why the village would move. The geographic location of the spouse, possibly. I only say that because it's near the farm. I don't know that said that she did stay in her view. That really, I guess I'll tell you in the geographic location with that as well. But you go into the fundraising, the business is almost always short of Nelson Electric. Shut that is I think they're involved in the shut more so Nelson is Tammy. So shut
she's out of the
super active fundraisers. They supporting the community. Used to refer us. Their daughter Caitlin actually interned for us and then worked for us for a while. She also became a chamber director for a while and works at Andress. But regards to the policy, I don't. This is a time I think you said it right. I don't want this to sound insensitive, but for the committee under staff to say it makes these things, I have a hard time. I mean, they give back to the community. I believe you. That's why I use them for almost all their electric services. We're all in the village. They're expensive and so that's too long. Well, we got to go and find them to do the service for us. But we pay them a decent amount of money to do those things too. So. I always try and look at these like I was trying to look at this from a broad thing, like Exactly. If there's anyone trusting this, knowing that, they have the land and they sold this land. So they made money off the land and belong to the residential. I just struggle as well with that. But like the number of the whole users coming back, it's a significant thing. I mean, I definitely, it's just. No. So the first one we did it this way. So there's a second. They all have to do the same area. But that's what I think can like in play because I was main things and never had anything. So that's what I'm so we provide them to accept it as a name. So we expect this to be a public hearing or to open it up to the public with the independent. So we could do that. For those people living there now as well. So people may want to have comments, yes, no, whatever. And it also allows the community time to send emails in or have conversations about this.
I was interesting to me because some sort of
This thing is that we accept the nomination and we take days to the public to comment on these things. So comment, you could email saying like I don't support this or I do support this, right? I think I got like say 20 or so emails, right? So people were all supportive. I think was the same way. Is it doesn't state whether that's an area that we should probably get so that it doesn't state that if it doesn't meet any of these qualifying reasons that we don't do it. As it says here, regulations will conduct a public meeting and request in 30 days following the public meeting for public comment. The regulation considers committee will recommend the village prosecutions and trustees action on the request. Saying that we do or don't recommend this. So that we do and period. additional information. And then you, as a committee, can make a recommendation off of the public hearing or off of the actual policy right at that. The one caveat is submitted for consideration should provide some forward individual information. That's a must. So you are evaluation based off of the one area, right? So motion. Said that we don't do all part of the discussion if it wasn't already named what they would like to see for names. We provide feedback on it. And then part of the playground, part of the playground. So, just for a 30-minute regard, we'd have almost 30 days. It's process for existing main facilities is I think some say. Doesn't do it, and it's supposed to be the fighting pay. It gives like the direction to we're supposed to have a public comment period that's 30 days long. This is the process for this. So, so if it was 30 days of time, yeah. States suggested being 20 days following the public meeting for public comment. But then generally recommended it over 20 days for public comment. So we're on the list 20 days to recommend it over. Just do that for the just have check part as one of the options.
Well, this time is
conservation. That can be put on the day, and then we put it out to the community for 20 days. We let them kind of choose which one they want to talk about, which one they like, right? Right.
what time is that original session?
So there's a lot of things going on as well. It's just like a minimum. You have a minimum of that meeting to allow people to provide public. I'm not going to put a park sign up in that area until we know how they're developing the park as well. So we have time for it. I think we wasn't pushing this to be done, this month. But well, it's going to
Make sure that people
make a decision. And the motion will be that this will be included in the data visioning sessions of the neighborhood as we will try and come up with other names. Following that discussion and the point, we're going to take all the names to the community for a public hearing. And then the commission will put in front of them. So last month, I provided you the draft copy. Together, I did this in a second. The picture and put it on, so I will change the front page. So this one had like order. I'll probably do something that has just read everything a little bit, but I'll keep the picture. We are we're really doing our public hearing and doing the planning commission on April 7th. That's when so we have to do update the open space plan. And so everything that has been updated. Okay. He was a better rich right? He just hired well, it's like dates or not dates. If it's anything to do with these formulas or tables or information, like information, you know. But in general, make sure that you know, with the different parks and with playgrounds, and that's what changed all our formulas as well. Constrained space. So that took you a little bit longer as well, but I figured out what the park space actually is in comparison to what we had before, which can change our numbers in general. But this document is used by myself and Dane, and also anyone else, looking to do our capital improvement. They're looking to do. This one is looking to do grants, right? So it's not to do it now. Once we discuss through the public hearing, and then each board adopts it, then we send this to us to do another. And this is our updated document that then allows us to apply for grants that we have information in here. So we try, for instance, with grant, we have this in here, this airplane, so we're able to submit an application for the grant. And since it was in here, then that was something that was really was going to do or get to. We have them. So that's what this document is kind of used for in general. So the inputs for me that I use it for in the sense that others don't, is going to be like what the park upgrade should be. So I can include this stuff in the capital operating budget to try and make improvements to our parks and the open space areas. Does anybody have really any questions? I really don't notice. Maybe you didn't. But okay, too, I get that. So Becky has, people take out their building, there are a couple of them that she didn't have marked on them, and that's what I was going. And so then I went out there and actually looked and counted them all up, and we were two over 50%. So I wanted the 50% here, but there's no 30. That's the thing. Once you amend it, you just have to do a public hearing again, and then you just send the amended version into the Wisconsin deed. The banks on the numbers look good. But they're making some changes to the calculations for me that I can figure it out. Because they're the ones that do this. So I was like, where did you guys come up with during the design cost? Right? Like, how did you know that number? So they have like this number. Those numbers are important because I can tell you right now the land. So this is what I'm gonna bring to the village board as well. The developer will provide a platform in their park improvement fees to build our parks. First annual is going to cost us $50,000 to develop a park. Okay, so if we have a Scenic Valley, for Scenic Valley Park, from just layman's terms, we should have at least have a minimum of $100,000 to develop that park. Okay, it's actually more than $1,000 to develop that park. Okay. So when we start to redo Westview, when we start to redo Bear Park, and so we should be looking at it. And I'm not saying Bear Park is going to be, it's, you know, it's not going to be. We need to look at this format and this formula, and that is where we're coming up with improvements. So for a neighborhood park, as you can see here, those standards are $75,000 that we should have for a neighborhood park. We're trying those numbers for people because a lot of us and our communities are running with that talk. Playgrounds need to be redone. Well, in 1998, a playground cost that's the big that it costs today. So the old formula of like, well, we're just going to do $25,000 or we're just going to do $50,000 is way behind the beginning. So shows this as well with this program at 50 plus 17, right? That's $68,000 for a program at Westview. Like we should be, at the 75. So kind of when we get good books and we do whatever we do.
It's not just an evolution.
Right. I do have to change. That still don't change on it. So these pages are still look the way we tell you to get things. As presented, and set the public hearing date for the comments. You remember separate system campus. Project manager. It's something I heard in discussions on, and I'm really good with that. Previous meeting, I have not, and there's a million other things going on. I haven't put any effort and time into this, and it's for two reasons, and I think I've said that before. But the number one reason is with fundraising. They want to start this fundraising. I totally agree with starting fundraising. But we need to know how much we're fundraising for. Like we need to know the amount, and we need to know the project. But the number two thing is we need to know when this project's going to happen. And we can say with surface that it's been 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. Actually. And so with that, maybe it's first and first is this going to how much do we have to fundraise? Because fundraising in itself is going to take a lot of time, and without the board's like direction for the committee, I don't feel like we actually can even begin, because this is going to be just like the amphitheater or just like other projects that start and they continue to just go on. Everyone's like, where is this going? We've got fundraising for this and we come up with $3,000. Like, I gave my money, why isn't the pool happen? So we need to really we need the board to set those parameters for us before we can go even another inch on the pool stuff in my opinion. So like this those who know as well. A lot of our meetings are talking about those things, but we don't really know how to get it. I don't really. That, right? And that's the concept in general. You're not going to get to you're not going to get to a final concept. Yeah, you're going to pay for it, but also I feel like you're not getting to that until you start running into the money side of it, right? Like, for instance, if this project came in and we know it's going to be $8 million, we're at 6, or say we're at 8 million at that point. Then the committee and the village board will decide on the final concept plan for this based on the money that we have. And so, the concept plan, because actually, we used that for the Life Foundation, that exact same thing. We used a 3 million. We said this is what we hope to do, But this is what we want it to be. This isn't necessarily what it will be. This is, and we're gonna shoot for this, but you're never gonna get a village board to approve that final plan or approve or I mean, look at the village board and the village office. The village you guys should go look at for you actually. And give some input. Just get enough input from people. It's fine. I'm just saying, it's like I mean, we're spending a lot of money on a village hall. Because we've probably gotten that may, I haven't seen this, so I'm just saying, like, yeah. That's fine. You just want, I just think we need more input from people. So it's like, oh, girls, that's good. So, appreciate you drafting me.
Well, I think we need to understand what we need to do. It's a foundation, and then what do we do?
Not to do that. I will tell you right now that would be a great deal of long pictures. So, I'm trying to so, okay, so, get out more and then she's very low.
Oh. We need to clear ways. So this person's going to look into it more, and this will come to a meeting to it's not immediate, but I think they had some good ideas on how the village could afford such a thing. But they wanted to check numbers, but they felt like that way when I think that's the biggest issue is this is also bringing people and this tax. So we should certain expertise. But it's not.
That's been a lot. It's been a discussion. It's really fun. It's where the village board, they actually have the ways to make this happen in a different way. Like, you have to be on the backs of everybody right now. You have growth, you have 5 years, and you're doing business, or you're bringing other things, helps alleviate some of that. This fundraising or the crop that it's going to cost. conversation. To request, or what would you like as, it's like the agenda? It's because we don't stop. That anything the board would give us is going to help us discuss those things in more detail with this committee, and then take those legs and run with them as we can. Otherwise, we're just going to sit here and say, well, we could do this and we could do this. I think this could bring us some money. One thing that I like about that, or like what we've done, is it's possible to the table that we haven't had at the table. Right? That's the only thing that's been positive in regard to that. It's like, we're giving us great feedback, but they're going to be similar like what we've been doing here too. Like, they're going to move this to do it now. Because it's not a staff decision at all. There's getting information. But I will also say it is in the CIP. So yeah, I know that we're at 5,050,000. I don't know how we came up with that number. It's in the CIP. It's 2027. So 2027. So others could provide us with what the debt payment would be for the village. And at that time, since the TIF is coming off, I mean, I don't know what we have with the village board, village hall, but it didn't increase anything. It almost decreased things if I remember correctly. But the project is a great job for instance. By the time we build, so we gotta start putting those things in. But I think that information would help us a lot. Right? Including that, I've been CIP. Let's say we have CIP for a $10 million project. Except that point, the board has approved that CIP. So they know that that's coming. And then that maybe gives them base it off of that. But anything we threw that number in there, it was just that was the furthest year out, 27. Something like that, 22. That would change, but that's not good. We can obviously build it tomorrow because it's only going to be $10 million for 27. That maybe we wouldn't be the worst. If it was opening at that point, so we have all the people around us that'll be yelling at me like, why aren't you funders in place yet? I think there is the point to do something to replace it. But there's a lot of using it's the VM. This is from there's this year, like the school project.
I think we have a number, so we can go to the village board and say, can you support taking on this month? But I think right now, it needs more information to get that.
So I think it's not really. That's my opinion. That's it's not $2 million. But I don't touch it. I don't think that's fair.
Some of it is why they don't understand. So I think it could be. And
But that's maybe
that it's this
station down to accommodation and taxes and property taxes.
yeah.
Increase $400,000. Discussion. So